Welcome to another episode of Beyond Choose Detective Gomez Files. I'm your host, Detective Gomez, and today we're talking about dating someone that's got a baby's mama. And I hate to say it like that, but that's the way my clients, talked about this, that she had dated somebody with a baby's mama. And when you're dating somebody, and she was dating a guy that she had met him in a bar, they're out with some friends. The guy went up and talked to her. Hey, I want to take you out, buy you a drink, all that kind of jazz. So he had a child, and that he wasn't didn't legally get married, but lived with somebody for a while. And the next thing they had a little baby, and I think the child was like 5 years old. When she initially started dating this guy, she was able to visit him on a regular basis, go to his house. And he shared a house with one of his family members, but he had his own room, and they'd go in there, spend time together, leave, and come back, go freely. Now, things changed because he told her that, like after 6 months of dating, that she could no longer come over anymore because one of the family members felt that she wasn't able to stay there, that they didn't feel comfortable with her being there. So he said, I hate to tell you this, you're still my boyfriend, you're still my girlfriend, but I can't let you come to the house anymore. We have to go someplace else. We can go to your place, or we can go to a hotel or whatever, but you just can't come to the house. Now, my client felt really, really upset about that because she's like, well, I was able to come over a little while, now I can't come over. It doesn't make any sense. Now, she knew that he had a mother of his child still involved. And she had gone through a little social media type of thing where she was constantly posting things up like, oh, me and my boyfriend and our child are doing things together as a family this weekend. We're doing this together. We're doing this together, these things. He kept telling her that they were no longer together. Okay. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is very, very important for you to understand that if you start dating somebody that has a baby mama, sometimes they can't let go. They can't let go of the baby's father. They don't want to let go. And they don't want their child around you. They don't want you around their child. Nobody can be as good a parent as they can, and you don't need to be around their child. They don't want that. And she would constantly see her putting messages on social media about, this girl's trying to talk to my man, trying to do this, trying to take my man out. She'll never be, I don't want her around my kids, just stuff like that on social media. It got to be old. Well, the point I'm trying to get to is that my client eventually found out that the guy she was dating, the reason she couldn't go there anymore is because he let the baby's mama move back into the house. And that was his excuse for not telling her she couldn't come back in, come to visit anymore. And through her own investigation, she found this out to be true. Like, hey, this is not what I signed up. And his excuse was, well, I think that you need to give me another chance. I'm gonna keep my baby's mama out. I think we've been together almost a year. And give this thing a chance, and let's try to work this thing out. And that's when you've got to put your foot down and say, no, it's not what I want. It's not the kind of relationship I want. I don't want to be fighting over your baby's mama because she's blasting you on social media saying I'm trying to interfere with your relationship. I'm trying to take you away from her. And she clearly thinks she's in a relationship with you. Even though you're not married, you're living together. And my client actually went and did her own surveillance, found out, that this woman was still living there. And she'd go to bed early at night because she had to be to work early in the morning. So from 10 o'clock to like 1 o'clock in the morning, you could talk to her freely for like 3 hours, like there was nobody living there. So my client, found out the truth, found out the girl was living there, and finally, broke up with him. But the point I want to make to you, ladies, if you're going to meet somebody, first of all, establish where the baby's mom is at on how they're dating. Is he okay with him dating? Is she okay with you dating him dating other people? Is there anything legally in writing, like through a court, saying he has visitation at this time, he picks up the child at this time, or is it just something you just agreed upon on your own? Because that's when problems usually start, because there's no legal paperwork saying he has to pay X amount of child support, or he has to, his visiting rights on a certain day, or something. In this particular stage, there was nothing in writing. So if you're going to get involved with somebody, make sure there is something in writing. Make sure that you know where baby mama lives at, so your tires aren't slashed one day. Make sure you don't get involved in something where she thinks they're still in a relationship. Because this is what happened here. The lady, the baby's mama, thought she was still in a relationship with him. And he was clearly telling my client that he wasn't, and that she wasn't even living there. So please, if you're going to meet somebody that does have children, there's nothing wrong with raising somebody's children, but make sure you're clearly defined. Make sure you know who the mama is, and make sure she knows who you are, and she's okay with you. Because the last thing you want is the baby mama drama. You don't want that in a relationship. You don't want to have to go, okay, but you got to hide me now, or is it okay for me to post a picture of us together on social media together? Do I have to go through all these different steps so that we can be together just to be happy? I can't post a picture of us? No, because my baby's mom might get mad. You just don't need that. So make sure, like I said, where the baby's mama is at. Is she okay with him dating? Is there any kind of court, visitation, paperwork saying he has to pay child support? Those type of things. All those things are very, very important, because when you get involved with somebody that has a child, it can be very, very draining, and there's a lot of unnecessary drama that you don't need in your relationship. So please think about those things. No one's going to ever be the perfect parent, but nobody wants you to be a parent over their child. And you just don't want somebody showing up while you're out with your boyfriend. He takes the child along, and all of a sudden mama shows up and goes nuts. That's my man. You're trying to take my man. So all these things you're trying to avoid when you get in a relationship. So these are just a couple of tips to think about. It's happened to my client just recently, and I want you to be aware of these things, because you just don't know how these mothers feel about their children and people around their children. You got to be very careful of that, because it's a very, very slippery slope. And some people just don't want, and guys too, they don't want to pay the child support. So they keep the baby's mama, the mother of the child, around. So, hey, we can still work this out for the kids. And they're out there trying to date somebody else. And that's what happened here. He didn't want to pay child support, and he got busted by my client with the mother of his child still living with him. Okay, so think about those things. Remember, double check those things till you get in a full-blown relationship. It's hard to break up with somebody. He's now making promises to my client that, I'm going to change. I'm going to get rid of her. She's not going to be living here anymore. I'm sorry, I put you in a situation. It's too late. Nobody wants to be in that kind of situation. All right, ladies, think about those things. Please protect yourself when you get in these relationships. Plenty of sweet talkers out there. They're out there everywhere. I know that, but be careful what you get involved in. Especially when you start putting a tag on somebody. You're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, those type of things. Be careful with that. And you start putting stuff on social media, because everybody's watching, especially when people got kids. Everybody's watching, their friends are watching, families are watching. Who's this new girl? If they don't know about you, they think you're trying to steal. They think you're trying to be a homewrecker. You don't want to be a homewrecker. All right. So definitely ask those tough questions before you get totally involved, because sometimes it's too late. And my client spent almost a year with this guy and got nothing for it. Okay. So please think about these things, ladies, when you're out there dating. People lie. It's just the way it is, but you don't want to get caught in a lie. And I'm here to help you out. Okay. All right. I'm Detective Gomez. Thanks for being part of Beyond Cheaters, the Detective Gomez Files. And of course, we want to thank our sponsor, Mr. Juan Hernandez with the Juan Hernandez Law Firm. He's a personal injury attorney here in Dallas, Texas. I've been involved with the car accidents. He helped me, and he can help you. Call him today at 214-900-0000. And of course, you can also contact me if you need for all your investigative needs. Contact me at detectivegomez.com or call me at 214-823-5600. Take care. Have a wonderful day. And remember, don't cheat. All right. Take care, and I'll see you next time.